All right. Welcome, everybody. Today we have two speakers. I'm going to do a brief presentation on both. So there's Charles-Émile Desgagnés-Cyr. You can raise your hand. Is a kinesiologist from Université de Montréal, specializing in health promotion and healthy lifestyle habits since 2011. And there's Stuardo Bonilla-Duque, also a I have trouble saying that word, kinesiologist from UQAM, specializing in physical and mental rehabilitation as well as health promotion. So welcome to you both, and thank you for your presentation, which we're going to listen to in a moment. I just want to say that for questions, we will wait until the end. At the end of the presentation, there's going to be a question period. So you may use the chat to put in your question, or you can raise your hand at the end or use the hand function at the end to raise your questions. So the presentation will be about 45 minutes and 15 minutes for the question period. So thank you everybody for joining, and without further ado, I'm going to let the speakers present their topic.
Hi everyone, thank you for attending today at this webinar. So I'm just going to share my screen first and we'll be ready to go. So like mentioned before, eat better, move more, and stimulate your brain. 3 effective strategies for improving health. That's the topic of today. We're going to talk a bit more about how we can prevent our health in the cognitive way, but also global and physical way. We're from Luci with my colleague and I, and we'll explain you a little bit more what it is exactly, and how we can help you today. So we've been presented already, but just again, Charles-Émile Desgagnés-Cyr is a healthy lifestyle advisor and a kinesiologist. Myself, the same. So Stuardo Bonilla-Duque, I'm a healthy lifestyle advisor and a kinesiologist. Our role at Luci in the platform is to guide people throughout the process of adopting new healthy lifestyle habits. So we will motivate you, support you, guide you, give you tips, strategies to make sure that you're changing your habits, you're improving the habits that you already have for a better health. That is something that we'll do very slowly, step by step, making sure that it's adapted to you. So using science and the research, we're able to provide you with the tools necessary to improve your health. But more of that later. We'll talk a bit more about Luci, the platform. But first, what is the story of Luci? Why Luci? It all started in 2014 with André Chagnon, who lost his wife Luci to Alzheimer's disease. Being a visionary, Mr. Chagnon had the goal to develop a technology-driven solution to help prevent cognitive decline in the general population. Driven by his grandfather's philanthropic legacy, Marc-André Chagnon, his grandchild, took over the project to educate, empower, and support people in adopting lifestyle habits that promote cognitive and physical health. It is free. Everything we're going to show you today is completely free, thanks to the philanthropic funding from the Chagnon family and grants from the Public Health Agency of Canada. The platform is offered free of charge. I'll repeat it a few times because people always ask, but from the app, the different features that we have, the help of the advisors, it is all offered to you. So it's for you to gain all that, all those different tools for your health. On the agenda today, first, we'll talk about the importance of a healthy lifestyle for good health. We'll talk about numbers, some stats about where we at right now, and what we can do to prevent those diseases. Then we'll take time also to present you a bit more of Luci, the online platform to help you. It's been a few times now that I say platform because it's not an app. So if some curious are already searching for the app on the App Store or the Google Play Store, it won't be there. It will soon be there, but for now, you have to go on your browser and type luciapp.ca to find more about our project. And finally, at the end, we'll have a question period. So If you have any questions, you can type them right now in the chat area of your screen. We'll take the time to answer to all of them at the end of our presentation. Or you'll be able to also unmute yourself and say it out loud. We'll be gladly there to listen and try to answer you the best we can. So in Canada, it was estimated that 7.5 million people had high blood pressure in 2023. Also in the same year, 3.7 million were living with diabetes. The number of people living with a neurocognitive disorder would increase by 187% from 2020 to 2050, reaching 1.7 million people. Those are big numbers in our country, numbers that affect us because we all know somebody or that lived with that has died maybe of one of those diseases. So it's really important that we act, and the best way to act is with the prevention. Prevention, it's a promising tool. What research has already proven, it's that up to 70% of chronic diseases and 50% of neurocognitive disorder cases are associated with modifiable risk factors related to lifestyle. So the two key words here are you can modify them and it's related to your lifestyle. So what are the changes that we can do in our everyday basis to make sure that we put all the chances that we have on the right side of the balance. Okay. Another interesting information, it's that the life expectancy in Canada is 81 years, but the healthy life expectancy, so without any disability, it's just 70 years. So again, every little bit counts to make sure that you can age well, age better for a longer period of time before having to deal with any kind of disability. When we talk about risk factors, there's the non-modifiable risk factors, the ones that we don't have any control of them. Genetics, so if it's something that runs through your family, you might have more chances to develop that some type of diseases. Advanced age, the older we get, also there's more chances, and the gender, depending of the disease, being male or female, can increase the chances of developing those diseases. So that's something we don't have any control on that. But luckily, in a certain way, like I mentioned before, 50 to 70% of those factors are modifiable. We're talking about alcohol consumption, sleep, smoking, being sedentary, obesity, hearing loss, depression, and many more. And all of those factors are tightly related to our way of living on our everyday basis. So that's what we want to talk about today. How can we prevent that? How can we affect that 50 to 70% chances on the better side? For that, we talk about the protective factors. We'll talk first of the ones on the right, so the light gray. There's a rich social network, being in contact with people just by going out to meet people, to talk on the phone, being part of groups. Let's say even today, assisting to this webinar, it's a way to cultivate that social network, to be in contact with other people. It will be very important for our cognitive health. Then there's also the education level. Research has proven that people with over 12 years of scholarship, have better chances of a better health going with age also. So that will be very important. And then we have the three on the left that are the like kind of dark bluish. Those are the protective factors that we will concentrate a bit more on the presentation today, because they're the ones that at Luci, in the program Luci, we work a lot. Why? Because those are factors that we call them domains. Those are three domains where we can start acting today. And that's a bit the point of today. It's already to make you aware about the changes possible for you, that you can start just by doing little small steps in any of those areas. So we have the physical activity, the healthy eating, and the intellectual stimulation. For those three domains, I'll let my colleague Charles-Émile explain you a little bit more about our recommendations based on science, and also a few tips that will help you get into action.
Thank you, Stuardo. Good morning, everybody. Stuardo, you have a small water break. So first of all, physical activity, first domain. I'm going to give you some easy small tips that you can remember that are the main focus in the Luci's approach. So first point is to size all the opportunities that you have to be physically active in your daily schedule. We also encourage you to vary your physical activities and to respect your own pace. It's not the pace that your neighbor that is the important, it's your own pace that you like, that you're able to respect. And also do things you enjoy, do activities, do sports that you enjoy, that you take pleasure to do many times a week, many times a month. So it can be in the muscle strengthening activities family. It can be in the balance and flexibility activities, and also the bigger one, the cardiovascular activities. Some activities are also having multiple aspects, but the principal thing to remember is to think that we enjoy, to vary them, and to take all the opportunities that we have to move. So if we imagine a challenge or a new schedule that you could build with Luci in the next slide, every day you could create a walking route inside the house or in your neighbor and repeat it a few times a day to be a lot of time physically active for 5, 10, 15 minutes. While on the move, you could use a bike to do um, small activities. At home, you can work out with video tutorial, let's say cardiovascular tutorials. We all probably have an image in our head of what it can be. And also in the leisure time, we can join a yoga outdoor group with friends, family, to do some balance and flexibility activity. Second domain is the healthy eating. So you probably have seen many times a plate like that or similar to it. What we recommend is to cook more than often. First thing is to cook more than often. Explore and eat a variety of minimally processed foods. Savor the foods and cultivate the pleasure of eating. And finally, pay attention to our hunger and fullness cues. But also, when we look at the plate, we encourage you to put a lot of fruits and vegetables in the plate. It can be a big mix, but if we spread them, a big proportion of fruits and vegetable in our meal, having a lot of grains, of whole grain if possible, in our kitchen, in our plates, and also take a variety of protein foods, fish, eggs, poultry. It's okay to eat red meat, but let's keep it for special occasions, and give more places to the other source of protein foods, legumes. So vary and yeah, vary the ingredient that we cooked with, and take oil, make water the first choice of drink, and let's say easy things that we probably all of us heard at least once in our life. So what could be some little challenge that we could have in Luci to change some some eating habits. So maybe at breakfast, we could start the day with oatmeal. At lunch, use canned fish in a sandwich, let's say once or twice a week. At dinner, add legumes to our soups to give some proteins. And finally, during the day, as a snack, add fruits to nuts or cheese to give some good vitamins to the body. And the third domain, the last one that we are putting the focus on in the Luci's app is the intellectual stimulation, and I would like to say the leisure time, maybe the leisure time that we take to make intellectualization activities. So what are the most important aspects to remember about our suggestions are to do activities that require a certain amount of effort, of engagement in the activity. To vary them, really important to vary the activities. Try to repeat each activity several times in the week if possible. So let's say 3 to 4 times a week if possible. We really need, like for the other aspect, to find joy in what we do in our activities. Sometimes if it's not nice at the first time, we can modify some aspect of the activity, like the hour that we are practicing it, the people that we are with when we are doing the activity, to find joy in it, and sometimes, or the more time as possible, join other people when we are practicing some activities, and if we can, yeah, thank you, Stuardo. We split those activities in 4 big categories that are the educational activities, the creative activities, the game and brain training, and the social and cultural activities. So we encourage you, when we say that we want you to vary your activities, is to try to get some activities in all of those categories. So what could be a Luci challenge in the intellectual stimulation domain will be, let's say, when we wake up, to do a short meditation session, maybe 5 minutes. At lunchtime, plan a quick writing session. In the evening, having a telephone conversation with people in our social circle, and finally at the bedtime, taking time to read a book. But those are really a small example. It could be mixed up during the day. Maybe reading is easier at the lunchtime. So it depends of everybody's preferences. So we need to respect what we really like, what we prefer. Let you continue, Stuardo.
Perfect. Okay. All right. Just a little recap of what we've learned so far. It's that, like we said, the diseases related to cognitive health or physical health are present. They can be near us. We can even maybe be at risk. But the good news in that, it's that 50 to 70%, I like to repeat those numbers because they're big. They're big, and that means that we can act on them. 50 to 70% of the factors that influence those diseases are modifiable. How do we do that? It's with our lifestyle, with little steps that we can do, little changes that we can do on our everyday basis. We talk about the domains, the different domains. In physical activity, try to aim for at least 150 minutes during your week. Try to vary between cardiovascular activities, muscle strengthening activities, balance and flexibility activities, to make sure that you aim also for higher levels of intensity, also to just so you can optimize the benefits of your physical activity. The healthy eating also, if you noticed a little bit, it looks like the Mediterranean diet, because we're inspired by it, because the science proves that that's the one that has the best results for cognitive and cardiovascular health. I said inspired because it's not a diet what we recommend. It's just suggestions of recommendations about how much to eat, about this, about that, but then you make the choices that you want. We saw the plate also, like half of it should be fruits and vegetables, 1/4 should be whole grains, the other quarter protein. So we want variety. We want good foods also. We saw that every type of food have their place in your meal, but just maybe at different proportions. And finally, the intellectual stimulation, again, with pleasure, try to repeat activities, but also try new ones. We have, let's say, 4 type of categories: educational activities, everything about learning process, such as reading, learning a new language, assisting to a webinar, a conference, or we have also the creative activities, everything artistic, or even playing an instrument, singing, writing. We have the games and brain training. Meditation counts here, but also all type of games. And finally, something we've been saying since the beginning, the social network will be very important. The activities that you do, cultural activities such as going to theaters, to art exposition, concerts, movies. There's a lot of ways that we can improve our intellectual stimulation domain, let's say. Okay, so Charles-Émile provided you also with a lot of ideas, different ideas that are to make you start to make feel the power to act also, because that's what we're looking for at the Luci platform. It is a science-based online program. It is designed to promote cognitive and physical health throughout sustainable improvements in lifestyle habits. The habits are the goals that we would like to work on. You can do it on your own. You can do it with an advisor such as Charles-Émile or myself. So let's see a bit more of that platform. How can it help us with this issue of health prevention? But first, Luci is intended for adults who would like to eat better, move more, and or do more brain stimulating activities. Would like to do it, but also maybe are just curious, or it's open for everybody. So if you have any doubt or just don't really feel like invest your time in something, but just at least go take a sneak peek, well, go on Luci. There's no strings attached about the having to sign in or anything. So we'll see that in a few moments. You need to have access to a smartphone, a tablet, or a computer with internet connection. And finally, our whole platform is bilingual, so it's in French or English. So you'll be able to explore on your own, or even have advisors, the advisor program with in the language of your preferences. The best way to make you discover the platform Luci, it's throughout the eyes of Mary. Mary was a person just like you today, who wanted to improve her health, and by that she attended one of our conferences. So Mary has been thinking for some time that she'd like to eat better. She lacks a bit of motivation, but wants to take control of her life. She's not quite sure where to start. She attended a Luci conference and has decided to give the platform a try. So that was her first step. She heard about us, and then she's curious enough to make the first step and get to see a bit more of Luci. So first thing she does, she write down luciapp.ca. From there, without even filling out any questionnaire or having to create an account, she has access to the podcast. Small thing to know, the podcast is something still new, that's the only thing that it's specifically only in French. If you have it on YouTube, you can have the subtitles in English too, but unfortunately, this is something we're going to work on to put it in English. But then the library, that is something that you have full access in English. Everything has been, again, bilingual, so in French and in English. She decides to explore the library. In the library, she discovered there's a lot of things that she can do. There's different domains, like we said, physical activity, healthy eating, intellectual stimulation, but also she can learn more about cognitive health, physical health, and just ways to change her daily habits. So the library, the first step she does, she starts reading some stuff. She feels that need, that power to make some changes. But for that, she's willing to create her account. By creating her account, she can customize a bit more her experience. To create an account, it's pretty simple. Like you see here, you just have to write down your email and create a password. And from there, she has new options, new features that she's able to do. She can assess her lifestyle habits, take action, or get support with a healthy lifestyle advisor. She feels motivated enough. She has the tools with the library. So she decides, first thing, let's see where I stand with my current habits. So she's going to assess her lifestyle habits. This is a questionnaire about your habits, about what you're doing right now in the different domains. Questions look a bit like this. So in a typical week, how often do you eat fruit, fresh, frozen, canned, dried, compote, salad, any type of fruits? So you answer never, less than once a day, once a day, twice a day, 3 or more times a day. From there, you click next, and it's going to be like that. Very simple questions, but that gives already like a general overview of your current habits. From there, you have your overview and you have the results also. So for Mary, let's say, in the healthy eating domain, her score is like at 50%. There's still room for progress. If she wants to be more specific, for each category of food, let's say for fish and seafood, she's already in the health zone. She sees here that she's eating 3 servings or more per week, and our recommendation is to eat 3 servings at least per week. So this is good. But then she realized that for fruits, she's at 7 to 14 per week, so 1 to twice a day. The recommendation would be more 3. So she's willing to explore a bit more and to see what can I do then to increase my score, to eat more fruits and gain a bit more health for the eating domain. She's okay. I did my lifestyle overview. Let's get into action. So when she clicks here, again, she has the reminder that you can always get support of a healthy lifestyle advisor. She still feels confident that she's able to do it on her own. So she clicks there, she chooses the fruits, and from there you'll have a list, a bit like the one that Charles-Émile shared to you. Those are, we call them icebreakers. It's not a full, complete objective, but it's already a good way to make your first step. So Mary wants to add more fruits to her daily meal intake. So the one she chooses is add fruit to plain yogurt. She's like, well, I already have a snack of yogurt. Why not add some fruits and I'll get better results. But still, it's a bit harder for her. So Mary lacks the motivation to make changes to her diet. She decides to book an appointment with a Luci advisor to help incorporate these habits into her daily routine. So finally, after she tried on her own, she was very perseverant. She said, okay, it's time. I want to give it a chance with a healthy lifestyle advisor. Again, everything is free. So even this feature is accessible to everybody at any time given whenever you need or feel that it's time to get access to the support of a healthy lifestyle advisor. Once she click here, she can take her appointment. This is always online, a bit like today. It's a video call. So you choose the moment, the day, the hour, and depending on the time you choose, you'll end up with a specific advisor, and that person will be the same who will follow you throughout the program. Okay, so in her case, lucky her, she's with Letitia, one of my colleagues. You see a little video presentation just to get to know a bit the person you're going to meet in a few days, in a few moments. And after that, you see my next meeting is already booked here. You only have to show up on the day of the meeting. Let's say for her, it was November 27th at 2:45 p.m. But at any time from there, she can chat also with Letitia. So you have full access to professional healthcare who's there, who's accessible to you, who can answer to all your questions. But you also know that your program is starting with the advisor also. Then comes the day of the meeting. What to expect? What's going to happen now? Just so you have a little idea, the program that we offer to everybody, free of charge again, it's a 12 weeks program. In that 12 weeks, you have the possibility to see the advisor a maximum of once a week. So in total, you can see him or her 12 times. But if you decide 12 is a bit intense, I prefer see the advisor once every 2 weeks or 3 weeks, it's fine. But the program, what we offer, it's still for a period of 12 weeks. So somebody who chooses once every 2 weeks, but will have the chance to see a maximum of 6 times. Anyways, that's something you decide on your own. We're there just to support you to guide you, but you're the pilot. We're only the co-pilot in this process of adopting new habits. The meetings are always video calls about like 30 minutes. The first one is a bit longer because we need to have time to get to know each other, to explain the program, to explain a bit how we're going to work and how the objective is going to work. But from there, every session is about 30 minutes where you discuss, you talk motivations, you talk obstacles, you create your goals, you get support, you get tools to make the changes that you need. But how do we do that? That's a question that I love to ask my participants. Like I said, us, the advisors, we are the co-pilots. You are the one in charge. You are the one who make the decisions. But before even starting, you need to know where to start. And to where to start, you can imagine yourself a bit like the person who's there. This person is in nature, is walking, is about to go up a mountain. Okay, so you can already project yourself being that person in front of your mountain. Your mountain being all the goals that you want to reach for a better health. Okay, everybody here has a different mountain, has different height of mountain, has different obstacles in your mountain, and it's okay. And that's why we're here. It's to help you to customize all your path to the top of the mountain. How to do it? Here are the questions that we like to ask. First one, what are your motivations? When you're saying, well, for me, good health would mean be able to be more active, to train more, to start again my workout that I used to do before, do biking this summer, and maybe start eating more vegetables and fruits again. Those are my motivation. But why? We need to understand the deeper motivation. So what do you think you'll get by doing those changes? Well, for me, for example, if I start to be more active, I'll be able to enjoy more this summer and do all those trekking that I want to do in mountains and in nature. For me, that's something that's really specific that makes me more motivated. So you need to understand what is the view of the top of the mountain for you. What are you expecting to gain with those changes that you want to do? Once you know what's the top of the mountain, it's to know where you start from. What is your current situation? In your case, with your mountain, are you starting from the bottom? Are you already halfway through? Are you near the top? You see the top, but you're not able to reach it? It's really important to know because those two informations, what is your top and where you at, will help us create the goals. The goals are every small step that will get you closer and closer to the goals that you want to reach. So it's really important to create those small steps. And for that, we need to know all that information. We use, one of our techniques is creating SMART goals. Maybe some of you have heard that before. We'll get to it at our next slide. But SMART goals are a way to make sure that you live with success, you'll have successful goals and you'll be able to go to the next step even easier. At the beginning, we try also to find the obstacles, to identify obstacles and their solutions also. It's not always possible, but for me, again, my mountain, it's being more healthy, to do more activities in nature this summer. For that, my goal is to go walk outside more often. My obstacle, bad weather. Right now, it's been cold, it's been raining. It's not very motivating for me. So what could be a solution? Is it to go in a gym to walk on a treadmill? Is it to do like Charles-Émile said, do a circuit in my home and just do it as often as I can, to walk around the house, getting those steps in, those minutes of activity. So every person here had different obstacles, and for those obstacles we'll have different solutions too. And finally, something we've been saying since the beginning, have fun. Fun is really important because nobody has ever made changes just because a doctor said you should move more, you should eat better. You need to have fun during the process too. Because yes, for sure, this summer when I'll be in nature or when I will be traveling more by bike, it will be fun. But for that, I need to have fun during the process of getting there. It will be really important because that's how we're gonna be able to maintain those habits on the long time. And that's what we're trying to do, maintain habits on the long period. Setting a SMART goal. Like I mentioned before, this is one of our techniques to make sure that the goal is smart. Instead of just saying, well, I'm going to move more. Starting today, I'm moving more. It's a good intention, but it's not enough. So are we able to make it more specific? Well, move more. I'll go for a walk. I already have more specific activity. Measurable. I'll do it for 15 minutes, 3 times a week. Okay. Is it achievable? Knowing that my current situation, I'm not walking that much. It is achievable for me. So it's realistic. I'm not aiming for an hour every day at 5 a.m. That's not realistic for me. So it is achievable, 3 times 15 minutes of walk. Is it relevant? For sure. Like I said, this summer, I want to be more active. I want to be outside. I want to be in the mountains. I want to be in nature. So it is relevant for me to start with that. And time-based. Well, today it's raining, but starting tomorrow, I'm going to do it. I'm going to aim it for at least a month before I reevaluate again and see if I can progress again. So the same idea of moving more and start walking 3 times a week for 15 minutes, starting tomorrow for at least a month. It's the same thing, but one is more smart. One, you have more tools already to make sure that you'll have a success with that goal. Another way to see it in practice, for Mary, I want to eat healthier. Could become every day for the next month, I will eat 3 fruits. If I'm pressed for time, I'll cut the fruit in advance so it's ready to eat. I like pineapple, watermelon, etc. So for her, that is specific. For you, it might be good, or maybe you'll be like, that doesn't work for me. You'll try for something different. But that little 15, 20, 30 minutes of just thinking of how can I improve my health by eating better, by moving more or doing more brain activities will be very important to make sure that you set yourself for success. Once we created the goal with Mary, she'll be able to see it. You'll be able to consult in the tab on the top. You'll see my goals. You'll be able to consult all the goals we've created together. Like I said, it's a co-creation. So you're the pilot. We're creating the goal together, but at the end, you choose, yes, it is something that I want to do, and it will look a bit like this. Every time in the follow-up sessions that you'll have with your advisor, you'll have monitoring that you'll have to answer every time. So we'll know, are you achieving your goals, or is it getting harder and harder, and are we able to adjust the plan if needed to increase the intensity or maybe to lower the expectations because maybe we aim too high. And it's okay because that's how it works. We don't have the magical solution for every person. We try our best to give the best, to write down the best goals, but then with every follow-up sessions, that's where we adjust and we make sure that you find the right shoe for your foot. So that's how we do it. At the end of the program, at the end of the 12 sessions, the 12 weeks, I mean, you will complete again the healthy lifestyle or questionnaire. So you'll be able to compare your before and after, kind of. So in her case, we see that she improved in the 3 domains. Some people come to us and they're like, I just want to work on healthy eating. That's perfect. Some of them want to try everything. It's fine too. We're really going to start wherever you at, and we'll work on whatever you want also. So it's really specific and customized for your experience, for your benefits also. So this was the path that Mary chose to do. So start on her own, try to create her own goals, and finally go to the advisor. But nothing stops you that today you log in, you ask for an advisor right away. It is fine too. So every path is, every journey, every person has a different journey here. Some people will go right away to the advisor that is perfect. Some people will try it on their own and then get the advice. It's good. Other people would maybe will be curious just to get information, because it is a big library full of good content, scientifically validated also. So it's really pertinent to have that in your pocket just in case you have some questions about the eating or the activity or the brain activity. So this is just to say all paths are good. You just have to choose yours and continue using Luci. If at any time after, well, today we'll have a period of questions, but even after that, if you experience any problems during your login or during your exploration or any type of question, you just have to find that little green rectangle a bit everywhere in our app. and ask a question. You can take an appointment with us of 15 minutes, just a little short 15 minutes to ask your question, and you'll have your answer, or you can write down an email too. So this is available for you to make sure that you have all the information required to continue and enjoy fully your experience with the Luci platform. So far, we talked about the Luci program. I said 12 weeks. You start whenever you want. We have something that is happening right now. So if any one of you are interested, it's called we're doing a research project to get to prove the efficiency of our project. So the purpose is to evaluate the efficacy of Luci, a personal digital program for adopting brain healthy lifestyle habits. So instead of 12 weeks, what we propose, it's a project that the length is 1 year, but where you have 6 months of intervention, 6 months where you have access to a personal advisor. So instead of 3 months, it's 6 months. And then you have another 6-month period where you're more by yourself, working on those habits, maintaining the ones that you have. And at the end of the year, we send you again the questionnaire about your habits, because that's what we're trying to prove is our program, the intervention that we're going to do together, good enough to make you adopt new habits, but also maintain them in the long-term period. So that is something that is that we offer you today. Also, we'll put the links. Did somebody? Okay, yeah, I see the links already there. Charles-Émile put them there. So if you want just to explore the Luci, there's one link. If you want to participate in the study, you can do it too. It's happening right now. So if you sign in today, you'll get an email very soon about what are the next steps. But it's there for you. It's an opportunity to benefit from the intervention, but also contribute in a research project. And like I said, the link, he already shared the link, but to explore only Luci on your own, there's also luciapp.ca. That's our general platform for everybody who wants to have access to that experience. So that will be it. Now we start the period of questions. If you have some, you can write it down on the chat, or unmute yourself and we'll be here.
So I don't see at this point any question in the chat. There's people online that would like to make an intervention.
You can raise your hand or just unmute yourself if it's easier, and
Or just talk.
Hi there. My name is Soraya. Can you hear me?
Yes,
Yeah.
we can hear you. Hi, Soraya.
Hi. Just wondering, how long has the Luci app platform been available?
The Luci platform has, Charles-Émile, maybe you can help me with that. I want to say 2017. Is it that? Is it possible?
Yeah, the project start around that, yeah. But it was really the researcher that were together building all the philosophy behind what will be Luci in the future. It's around 2029-22 that we start the first appointment with some participants. Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah,
The first
2019.
study was in 2020. First group that we've invited in our first study, and yeah, we are actually starting our last study in 2025. So it will take let's say 6 years to do all the scientific process that we wanted to do to prove the impact of the intervention and the platform.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you for the question.
Any more questions?
Still nothing on chat.
No? Okay. Anybody would like to ask some questions before we close this presentation? you can use your hand, or you can also use the hand feature in Zoom. Okay, well, I think we're going to close then.
Yep.
Should any questions come up afterwards, you can always send us an email at admin@anrf outaouais.ca, and we can forward that to the speakers and reply to you afterwards. So thank you very, very much for this super presentation. Very interesting, and wishing you all the best with this platform.
Thank you, everybody, for attending our webinar. And again, if you have any questions, they can follow through to us. But it will be a pleasure to meet you all if you explore the Luci platform.
And just to repeat, we'll be sending you an email with the link to the recording, to the presentation deck, and also we'll add the links to the platform and to the study. So thank you, everybody. Have a great day. And we have we have another video conference on June 5th on MIDUC. So if you want to participate, we'll have the registration links in our blast message that we're going to send very shortly, and on Facebook. Thank you all. Have a great day.